This is the piston head. It's kind of a complex part. I definitely struggled through it. Had to keep referencing the drawing, slowing down, thinking my steps. Um, I've gone ahead first and put my tolerances in here for my sketch on the top surface, and then just extruded that up. You can see that I've done that. That's just the entire height of the piston, 2.35. And now I'm going to do the revolve cuts, where the rings go. So first thing is usually a good idea to put an axis in there. And I'm just going to create my little boxes here. Just going to dimension one and then base the other ones off of that. I could use a pattern for this, but I decided there was only 3 of them. It wasn't a big deal to just create 3. Okay, so we have one in there. We're going to add tolerance that the drawing calls out for. Got to make sure you have enough places after the decimal to display it. Okay, a couple more boxes. Okay, we are going to make these 3 lines all collinear. Locks those into place. And also we're going to make them equal. So it matches that same vertical dimension for the first one. Now we're just going to do a gap there, distance between. And then what I'm going to do here is I'm going to start to do the same thing, but I'm going to type equal instead, and I'm going to tap the distance that I put in above. Just going to tap on that dimension, and it's going to make it equal to that. Kind of a neat trick. Okay, cut revolve. Okay, first step is done. Now we're going to make some cuts. I'm going to do a mirror line. Take like a chunk out of each side of this piston. Took me a second to figure out where that was on the drawing. Okay, simple mirror across. And for some reason, that other one isn't shading. That makes me nervous. I hope this cut works. Oh, okay. Through all both, going in both directions. Okay, we have those cuts. Gonna add a fillet. 0.125. Just on these edges. There and there. Okay. We're going to do some cuts on the bottom. So sketch on that bottom surface there. And center line, because we know we're going to do more mirroring. We are going to offset that line right there to get that where that horizontal cut line is. And the next thing we're going to do is we need an offset off of that outside edge. It's 0.125. And it's also offset off of those edges as well. So a little bit of trimming. I think I might lose a relation in a second, so I'm going to have to fix it. Yep, I lost it. Okay, so now what I'm going to do is, what am I going to do? I'm just going to make these equal, and that way it locks that into place. There we go. Mirror across. Cut depth is 1.5. Okay, we have another cut. It's a little more complicated. Similar principle. Okay, another sketch on this surface, same surface. We need to offset that edge. The easiest way to do that is to do a circle and then make that offset off that edge that we created. We know that's 0.125. And now we want to use those same edges that we used before. Now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go up a little bit higher than where it crosses at the top there, so it doesn't cause problems. I'm just going to put these down here. I'll probably trim those in a minute. Trim away those extra lines and trim away that remaining circle. And I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to add a center line from the origin. And that way I can create my mirror line. And then I'm going to trim, but it's not locking into the origin. I'm going to have to fix that in a second. Okay, I'm going to add that line, which I should have added in the beginning. I'm going to add some symmetry here. So I'm going to take that point and I'm going to add symmetry. That's what that little first symbol is there. So now those are symmetric around that center line. And now I add my dimension for the distance between those. And it looks like I am not locked into the origin. Nope. So I'm going to select my midpoint, select the origin, make it coincident. There we go. Okay, so let's mirror that across. Okay, the original depth of that first cut was 1.5. So we want to actually type in 1.5, which is already there. And I need to add 0.5. So I'm going to add the plus symbol and 0.5. which is 2. Could have done the math myself, but that gives the depth. Okay, now we have a whole bunch of fillets on the inside, and I recommend you really check the drawing. Um, I hope I got all of them. There's a lot. There's the bottom surface, and I'm having selection problems right now. It's not clicking on the right thing. There we go. Got the face there, this face there, and let's take a look. It looks like the drawing has more than that. It's got this edge, this one, and then all the way around. But that's it after those. Okay, that looks right. Okay, let's do, we've got a cut that we need to do here. So once again, center line to that point is fine. Do some more lines and do another mirror. This line goes over somewhere here and then touches that point there. Need to change these back to solid lines. And the height of that, it's giving me a distance from, there we go. Okay, 60 degrees. Okay, mirror. And we don't want to forget the line down at the bottom to complete the shape. There we go. Okay, so this is a through all cut. Okay. Now we got to cut circle profile here. Let's just kind of rough in the circle without getting coincident on that midpoint. I don't want to add that because I don't think it's that. No, it's giving me a distance from the top edge. There we go. Okay, 0.562. Looking good. This cut goes all the way through. Yeah, make sure you're saving. Okay, I'm going to create this little groove. Really hard to see in the drawing, but I'm creating a plane that's offset off of that surface. It needs to go the other way in order to find where that groove is. So you have to look kind of closely at the drawing, and then what I'm going to do is I'm just going to share the same center point as that circle, and then I have a different diameter, 0.596. Okay, and then I'm just going to cut the depth of that groove. 0.039. Okay, there it is. Okay, let's mirror that across. There's our reference plane. This cut is a feature, not a body. So make sure you're in the features to mirror, not bodies. Yep, there it is. Turned out all right. Now, something that I noticed as I was looking at the drawing, I'm missing a feature in the top. I'm missing that kind of dome. So I'm just going to put I'm not entirely sure how I'm going to do this yet, but I know I just want to have a reference dimension of 2. And I know that's where it needs to touch at the bottom. Okay, so I'm going to do the front plane, and I'm going to get rid of my shading so I can see where that is. So it needs to be offset from that line. I think this is what I'm going to do. Do a center line from the center of that circle, come down, and then do a little arc coming up. I'm not entirely sure where that goes yet, but I know what my depth is here. Nope, that's not it. I forgot a 0. There we go. Now I need that point to be that same distance, and I can't make a coincident with that line, that circle, so I'm just going to have to manually put it in at 1 because I know it's 2 overall. Coincident with that surface, and then I know what the diameter is around that entire thing. So center line there, and a construction line. And that's my overall. Okay. Gonna anchor this. I'm gonna hide that sketch because that's confusing. Okay, now I need to complete that shape with a line. Why is it not shading? Oh, I guess it is okay. I don't know what that was about. Okay. Cut revolve. There's the dome. Okay, looks good. Just have to add material now. And let's make it pretty by turning on the shaders. Okay, that's it. Check us out. fvcc.edu, and please subscribe to this channel.